I'm Simply Native and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go over our hits and shits. Now, I was going to call this the hits and shits of June, but in reality, these are my hits and shits from quarantine. Like, I have been using some of these products since the beginning of quarantine, some from just a month ago. But overall, these are products that I've been using during quarantine, and I'm in love with some of them and I'm not so in love with some other ones. So let's get started, all right? The next item that I'm going to talk about is a beauty item, and I really wasn't sure about this item. And I used it a lot during quarantine, especially because I was using very minimal makeup when I did have to wear makeup. And it was actually a really great tool. I was very surprised at how much I really like this. It's the Totti Beauty Blendiful. And it's actually really good. I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about it, like I said, but I love this for a lot of different reasons. It's really easy to clean. It's very soft. It's very, what's the word? Pliable. Yeah, it's pliable. And it's easy to use for concealer and powder. I just absolutely love it. I usually take my concealer and I will use it this way, both sides here. And powder, I love it for packing on powder around my nose because I get super oily, and around my mouth and chin area too, for that matter. And I always tend to crease like right here in my little dimples. But I use this with my Nakia Joy powder, and I really pack it on those areas, and you can't even really tell, can you? I mean, my face looks the same as the rest, and I just love the way that this is so useful for so many different things. I mean, I've used it for foundation, I've used it for concealer, I've used it for a lot of different things, and it just does a fantastic job, and it's so easy to clean, and it's dry definitely by the next day for sure, but it's usually dry within an hour or two. So you need this in your life. If you have oily skin especially, it will be great for setting your face. You just dip it in and pack it into the areas that you need it. So let's move on to the next product. All right, so I am going to just grab my bin of hits and shits that I have just sitting aside here. And oh boy, it's heavy. Oh. Oh, it is heavy. So now, like I said, some of this is not new. I mean, we all know this isn't new. It's just a new favorite of mine. And this is like so beautiful. I mean, we've all smelled this, I'm sure. Maybe not all of us, but if you haven't, you should. It is fantastic. It's the greatest summer scent ever. This has been out for a very long time, but I never wanted to spend the money on it. I never wanted to spend $45 on a body cream. But it's just like, if you could smell this, it smells like the best tropical island. A creamy tropical island. Yes, I had a hard time saying that. But Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream supposedly is supposed to firm your bum and your skin, but I mainly love it because it does do a great job of conditioning your skin. Like, my elbows are super soft, my hands are soft. I pretty much put it everywhere. On my upper body, on my legs, I like to have my legs a little bit shinier, so I use a different lotion for that. Maybe one day I'll go over that. I think we all know about it. It's the Nivea, but love that one so much. Okay, so now we're going to move on to another body product that I just discovered, and I am in love, and I mean in love with this product. It makes your shower smell so good when you use it. It is called the Way Body Cleanser. Fan-frickin-tastic. I'm telling you, it is so good. It's like a citrusy, lemony, fresh, but not over scented. Like, the Bum Bum Cream is very scented, like super heavy scent. This little guy right here is amazing. I shouldn't say little. I mean, you really need very little on your loofah or whatever you're using in the shower to make it lather great and make it smell great. Your skin smells great after you get out of the shower too. Absolutely love this. All right, so now we're gonna go to our hair. So let me just give you a little backstory on my hair. I have very long hair right now. I have it in this little bun. I was trying a new bun today, but it goes down to the small of my back, almost to the very top of my butt. But it's getting so long now that I keep it up in a bun a lot, especially in the summertime. In the winter, I try to keep it down as much as possible. But while you're keeping it in a bun, it tends to get pretty dry. But I also have very, very oily scalp, and I've been trying to find the perfect shampoo and conditioner for my oily hair. I was trying everything from, I've tried Whey, I've tried what else have I mean, so many different things, I can't even think of them all. Amika, I've tried Living Proof, I've tried just trying to give you some ideas. I mean, I've tried everything. I've tried drugstore, I've tried expensive, I've tried middle of the road type of stuff. So I bought this on a whim. I was at Kroger one day getting body lotion and stuff like that, and I like to try new shampoos and conditioners. I probably keep about 3 to 4 shampoos and conditioners in my shower, just because it's what I've always done. I don't know, I like to switch it up a little bit, but I haven't switched from this. I think I used to always switch because I couldn't find the right product. So here they are. It's called Live Clean Mineral Clay Shampoo and Conditioner. Now, I color my hair and I try to be silicone free. I try to be like a 4 free, at least a 5 free shampoo. Silicone free, phthalate free, sulfate free. What is this one? Paraben free. I'm in love with this. I love it so much. Let's talk about how this foams. This foams fantastic. It foams great. You need a very small amount. I've been using this for well over a month now, and I have a lot of hair, and I always double cleanse my hair. And I only wash my hair once a week, or at least I try to. Sometimes I do it twice, but most of the time it's once. So this is fantastic, and it's a very fresh, clean smell. It's not a heavy scent. It stays in your hair nicely. So let's talk about the conditioner. Conditioner is silicone free, phthalate free, paraben free. Of course, most conditioners are sulfate free. Some marketing that companies do will say a conditioner is sulfate free. 99.999% of the time, your conditioner is sulfate free anyway. I mean, you can look at all of the conditioners on the market. If you go and look at the ingredients, you'll see that it doesn't have sodium lauryl sulfate in it. So it's just a marketing tool. But anyway, this one is silicone free. Now, the reason I try to go silicone free is because it's very bad for your hair. Like, you have to clarify your hair at least once a week or more. And clarifying your hair is really hard on your hair. It's definitely hard. But silicone will cause breakage. If you don't clarify your hair on a weekly basis, silicone will start to build up and your hair will become dry. It will start to break. And that is why a lot of people have bad breakage, is because they're not clarifying their hair and taking the silicone buildup and all of the other buildup, for that matter, on their hair off of their hair. So now I am going to talk about some of my favorite skincare for June. And I discovered this over quarantine, this first thing. Well, actually, should I start with cleanser? Yeah, let's start with cleanser first. So I have a couple different cleansers in here. This is an all-time fave for me. Like, I've been using this for a long time, but I wanted to mention it in this video because it is such a good cleanser and it is so cheap. It's actually, sometimes when I look at the prices for drugstore, it's cheaper than drugstore. This bad boy right here. It is 99%. Actually, now that I think about it, this is 97 cent. I cannot talk today. 97% plant derived. which is fantastic. I try to do as much plant-derived as possible because it's just better for the environment and for your skin and for yourself, actually. And this one is 99% plant-derived too, or originally derived. And most of it is very simple ingredients, which is great. Oh, I'm sorry, it's called the Amino Acid Clean Skin Gel, Cleanse and Tone, Face, Eyes, and Neck. I rave about this because it is a very simple cleanser. It has fragrance is in this, but it is one of the last ingredients. So it's very, very, very lightly fragranced, which is appreciative, you know. But this has aloe, this has amino acids. It's a very gel-like texture. It does not foam up a lot. It gets a little bit frothy, but it does not foam. But what I love about this is it's paired well with an oil cleanser. So I have two favorite oil cleansers. This is one of my favorite oil cleansers, this Boscia. I bought this when I was traveling. That's why I have a travel size. It's gone now though. I used it up. And then I got this, my Tatcha. I've been using this ever since it came on the market, but it is pricey. It's very luxurious. The bottle's luxurious, but this cleanser is paired very well with an oil cleanser. Now, I always double cleanse when I'm wearing makeup. It doesn't matter, or sunscreen. If I'm just wearing sunscreen, which I am every single day, I tend to break down my sunscreen and my makeup with an oil cleanser, and then I go in after that and I use my Sephora cleanser. And I just love this stuff. It's only $10. It's cheap. It has 4.22 ounces. You just can't get a better cleanser. I'm telling you, you will love it. It's great for all skin types. Oily, dry, normal, whatever. It's a great cleanser for $10. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to my other favorite thing that I found, and it has changed my skin. I wear very little makeup nowadays. As you can see, you can even tell in the light, I have very little texture anymore. I have a couple spots here, but those are actually going away pretty well on their own. I've extracted a couple things, and now my skin has just looked better than it ever has. And I feel like it's because of this product. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-dum. Okay, yes, enough singing. Fresh black tea, kombucha facial treatment essence, anti-pollution, age delay. This is probably the best item I've ever got. I've just raved about this to my friends. This is what I like about it. It is anti-aging. It's hydrating without being oily. It is a very beautiful, thick formula, not thick in a way that you would think though, because you could see the little bit that's left in here. It looks very watery. When I say thick, I mean you can feel it on your hands. It's thicker than just water. It has a good slip to it. You just put literally 1-2 dashes into your hand, rub your hands together and press it onto your face. I love this stuff so much. I've noticed firmness in my skin. I've noticed my 11s are going away even more than they were before with all of my skincare that I've been doing. I have these little lines right here that are going away. I just don't know. I can't say any more good things about this. I feel like this has changed my skincare game completely. Okay, so you know that one. Now let's talk. I need to go back to the hair because I forgot about this little product. This is like, it's been around for a long time. Sorry, I gotta clean this top off. It's all dusty. That was really gross, but hey, whatever. Okay, so this is still not clean. All right. This is my Briogeo Scalp Revival. Now, you heard me say earlier, I only wash my hair once a week. A lot of people don't do that. I have friends that say they can't do it. And I feel like if you let your hair start to get used to washing it once a week, you can totally do it once a week, especially if you have this wonderful little product from Briogeo. Now, no silicone, no sulfate, no parabens. Everything that you put in your hair nowadays has silicone in it. And silicone is terrible for your hair. I'm telling you 100%. It is terrible for your hair. If you don't clarify your hair and you're using a silicone on a daily basis and you're noticing breakage all over the place, it's because of the silicone. I'm telling you that right now. It's 100% the truth. There's a thing called the breakage cycle, and people think that even if they clarify their hair and then they go in with a conditioner, that it's going to help. And really it doesn't. You have to use a silicone-free conditioner too, because otherwise you're just taking the silicone off and then just putting it right back on. It doesn't help if you're trying to grow your hair. Okay, anyway, I'm ranting and raving about that. This is fantastic. It works great. It's different in the fact that it has, you have to squeeze it. I'm just going to squeeze it. Watch. There we go. Now you can see it. You can see the powder come out. It has a really nice light scent. It really does freshen your hair amazingly. You use it exactly the way you would use any other dry shampoo. Section your hair off, spray it at the roots, squeeze it at the roots, and just run your fingers through it. Done. Okay, now that I've ranted and raved about silicone on your hair and all this other stuff, if you want to talk about it, let me know in the comments. I have lots of tips and tricks on how to avoid silicone. There's a lot of silicone in every product that you see on the market nowadays, and I just feel very passionately about it. Okay, anyway, so now I'm going to go on to some healthcare stuff. Now, this isn't like super healthcare kind of stuff. It is more of like if you're wearing contacts and you have bad allergies. Like me, I have terrible allergies. And something that I keep telling myself is that I need to make sure I'm always doing this. And this is from Target. It's for contacts. It is the 3% hydrogen peroxide. This is to clean your contacts. This is the little case that it comes with. And normally I would use a much more expensive product like this. I think it's called the Hydro Clear or something like that, but it's very similar to it's exactly like this, only this is like the Target brand. But I feel like this does just as good of a job at cleaning my contacts as the more expensive. This is only $7 and the other one's $10, sometimes $12, depending on where you get it. And I think it works amazing. Now, if you're using this, please know that you have to rinse your contacts really well. You can't just rinse them a little bit after you pull them out of here. You have to put some saline solution in your hand and literally pour your saline solution over and rub this so this comes off. Because if you don't, you'll sorely regret it. I'm telling you, your eyes will burn out of your head. Okay? Listen to me. Rinse well. However, I have to say this though. I have to rinse a little less with this one than I do with the other one. It seems like it clings to the contacts a little bit more than this one, which I actually really like, and it still gets my contacts just as clean. Like last night I went to sleep and my contacts felt literally like I had sand in them, and I put them in my little case, filled it up, and voila, this morning my eyes feel brand new after I put my contacts in. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this, the same brand from Target, this Moisture Balance, the Moisture Balance Saline Solution. Now, this is, how much is this? I think it's $5.98 at Target. It's either $4.98 or $5.98 at Target. I'll list the price up above. But this is what I really love about it. It comes with a case. There is no other saline solution that comes with this case. Like, I don't ever have to buy a case again. If I'm buying this on a monthly basis, which I am, and I am getting a free case, that means I'm constantly changing my case. And if you know anything about contacts, that's really important because you don't want to get infections in your eyes. And a lot of times you'll get a really harsh buildup on the case itself of calcium. It's just something that happens when you're wearing contacts. But this little guy, I mean, it's such a good deal. I never have to buy another contact case ever again. Wonderful. I get a new one every time I buy saline solution. It's fantastic. Okay, so moving on to some shits. I love a good shampoo and conditioner, and I unfortunately haven't found the most perfect one yet, although this one here is a very, very close to being perfect for me. These ones were sadly just a waste of my money, unfortunately. These are from Amazon. I bought them probably the beginning of quarantine. I was like, ooh, these look great. They're wonderful. Now, they're not terrible. If you have normal hair, you have a normal scalp, these are probably going to be a great choice for you. But if you have oily hair like I do, these were a disaster. My hair was oily literally probably 4 hours later. And this is called Sauce Beauty. And this is called the Moisturizing Shampoo Island Marinade. And it contains Jarrah honey, Jamaican black castor oil. And this one is called Sauce Beauty Moisturizing Conditioner Creamy House Dressing. I think the names are super cute. And this one has buttermilk, Greek yogurt, and shea butter. Now, yeah, these have a lot of hydrating properties, but keep in mind, I didn't use the conditioner on my actual scalp. I never use the conditioner on my scalp. I always start mid-length from here down and condition mainly just my mid-length and my ends, which is pretty typical of people with long hair. To be honest, I just felt like the shampoo itself must have just had way too much hydration, and I was an oily mess like 4 hours later. It was crazy. So anyway, moving on to the next product. Okay, so I have, sadly, I've tried a couple different makeup items that I don't really like. I like parts of this one, but I don't like the whole, I don't know how to say this. It's not that I hate it. I just don't think it's the greatest product, and they're expensive. So this is Huda Beauty. It is the double-ended eyeshadow. This is like a matte shadow, and this is the sparkly shadow. Now, this product here is fantastic. I love it. I wish it was sold by itself because I would probably buy every color. But this shimmery shadow, I was thinking it was going to be like a Stila Stay All Day type of product, and it looks like it would be. I'm just going to put a little on my hand so you can see. So you see how it has that beautiful shimmer. It's a gorgeous product, don't get me wrong. But by the end of the day, this glitter is completely gone. Like, it's either on my face or it's flaked off into Never Never Land, and it's pretty much just gone. This is still here, this matte color. It's beautiful. It's still there. It's easy to blend with just a brush or your finger. But the glitter, it's just mediocre. I wish it was sold. I wish they were sold separately. That's what I wish, because I wouldn't buy the glitter. Anyway, so I'm going to move on to my next item. I used this in a video and I just didn't like it. I wasn't a huge fan. I'm a firm believer in a good mascara. I'm a firm believer in paying some money for a good mascara. But this one from Fenty Beauty, not a fan. It's very watery. It does pretty much nothing for your lashes. It has the brush is weird. It's like, see how this is kind of scooped at this side just slightly, and then I don't know. I just don't get it. It's a very wet formula, so that's what I probably don't like about it the most. But also, it doesn't give you really any volume or anything. I mean, my lashes looked lackluster and mediocre at best. I'm just saying. It is what it is. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest, okay? So that is probably all that I have for the month of June and the whole of quarantine. To be honest, I feel like I wanted to do this at the end of June because a lot of people are coming out of quarantine now. I think there are some places that are shutting back down now because of COVID-19. But I really wanted to share my favorites with you for this, few months that we've been kind of cooped up. I mean, I have a lot more. I just didn't want to make this video like super duper long. I just want to give you a good idea of the things that I think that are the best. For sure are going to be, where did this guy go? These two right here. This I absolutely love. It is fantastic. It doesn't make your hair feel gross. That's the one thing that I really, really, really love about this. It doesn't make your hair feel disgusting like some of those dry shampoos can. And then, of course, my Fresh. So these are the top two. These are the ones that if you're going to go get anything out of the hits that I told you about, these two are what you should go get. If you're over 40, I mean, if you're over 30, really, this one is something you need. This one has no age limit. You go and get it if you want. If you're like 12 years old, if you love dry shampoo, this is a fantastic one. So anyway, enough ranting and raving. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for joining my channel. If you love my content, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you in the comments. I'll absolutely be down there after I post my video. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.